I never thought heartbreak could have a sound, until I heard my wife's voice say the words that shattered me. Every day with him was nothing but regret. I wish I could end this nightmare. The voice was unmistakably hers. Gentle, soft, and weary. But she wasn't talking to me. I froze in the doorway of her home office, my hand hovering over the handle. I hadn't meant to eavesdrop. I was just bringing her a cup of tea like I always did when she worked late. But then I heard her voice through the slightly open door, and the quiet hum of a video call. And those words that didn't just sting, they hollowed me out. For a moment I thought I'd misheard. My wife, Emily, wasn't cruel. She wasn't someone who'd say something like that, especially not about me. We'd been married 8 years. We'd survived job losses, my father's death, her miscarriage, things that could have broken us. We weren't perfect, but we were solid, or so I thought. I listened, unable to move. "He just doesn't get me anymore," she continued, her tone breaking. "It's like living with a ghost. I keep pretending, but I'm so tired of pretending." There was a man's voice on the other end, low, soothing, and unfamiliar. "Then stop pretending, Em," he said gently. "You deserve to be happy. With me, you don't have to pretend." My chest tightened. My pulse roared in my ears. I stepped back quietly before she could see me. I don't even remember walking away. My legs moved on their own. In the kitchen, the cup of tea still steamed in my hand. I stared at it until it went cold. That night, I didn't confront her. Couldn't. My brain refused to accept what my ears had heard. Instead, I replayed every moment of the past few months like a detective re-examining a crime scene. The late nights at work. The new phone password she said was, for privacy. The distance in bed. The constant tension I thought was stress. It's all connected now. But a part of me clung to denial. Maybe it wasn't what I thought. Maybe she was venting, exaggerating. Maybe that man was just a friend. So I waited. Listen. And the truth revealed itself piece by piece. Cruelly, quietly, until I could no longer look away. 2 days later, while she was in the shower, her phone buzzed on the counter. I didn't mean to look. I really didn't. But then I saw the name on the screen. Nathan Redheart. My stomach twisted. My fingers trembled as I unlocked it. The first message read, "Can't stop thinking about last night. I wish you were in my bed right now instead of his." Then hers followed. "Don't say that. You'll make it harder to pretend when he's around." That was the moment I stopped breathing. Nathan. Her coworker. The man she'd mentioned a dozen times casually. "He's just funny," she'd said once. "He helps me manage clients." Now I knew what else he was helping her with. The next message sealed everything. "Soon, okay? I just need to figure out how to leave without hurting him too much. He doesn't deserve this." I put her phone down as if it burned me. That last line played in my head like a cruel echo. He doesn't deserve this. No, I didn't. But she was still doing it. That evening, I couldn't look at her the same. She smiled at me across the dinner table, asking about my day. Her hair fell over her face just like it always did when she laughed softly. And I hated that I still loved her. When she reached out to hold my hand, I froze. She noticed, her smile faltering. "Everything okay?" she asked. He nodded. "Right. Just tired." She nodded back, eyes searching mine for something. Maybe guilt. Maybe worry. Maybe the same emptiness I felt. I didn't eat much that night. Barely slept. The next few days were torture. I went through the motions of life like a ghost haunting my own marriage. Every "I love you" felt like a lie she no longer meant. Every time she left for work, I wondered if she was meeting him. One night I followed her. She said she had a late meeting. I waited 10 minutes, then got in my car and drove. My hands were slick with sweat the entire time. She didn't go to the office. She went to a small cafe across town. I parked across the street and watched as she walked inside. And there he was, Nathan, smiling, standing to pull her into his arms. She hugged him like she used to hug me, slowly, tenderly. I felt my chest cave in. The world blurred around me. The traffic, the lights, the people. All of it disappeared. There was only her. Her and him. She kissed him. And that was the end of the world I knew. I didn't confront her that night. Couldn't. I drove home, sat in the dark living room, and stared at nothing until dawn crept through the curtains. When she came home, she was quiet, soft. She tiptoed in, probably thinking I was asleep. She didn't notice the half-empty bottle of whiskey beside me. Finally spoke. "Did you have a good meeting?" Her whole body stiffened. Slowly she turned toward me. Her face was pale. "Daniel," she whispered. "You scared me. You're awake. Answer the question." Her eyes darted away. "It was fine." I laughed. Sounded hollow. "Fine, huh?" Did Nathan agree with that too? Her lips parted. The color drained from her face. "What did you?" "I know," I said flatly. "Everything." The silence that followed was worse than any shouting match could have been. It was the kind of silence that fills every corner of a home and never leaves. Finally she spoke, voice trembling. "Daniel, I didn't mean for it to happen. Save it," I said, standing. "Just, don't insult me with excuses." Tears welled in her eyes. "It wasn't supposed to go this far. I was lonely, and you were always distant after your dad died. I tried to reach you, but you pushed me away." Clenched my jaw. "So you found someone else to talk to?" She looked down. "He listened." Those two words were enough to break something in me. For a long time I thought I'd scream, throw something, maybe even beg her to stay. But I didn't. I just stared at her, the woman I'd loved, trusted, built a life with, and realized I didn't recognize her anymore. "Do you love him?" I asked quietly. Her silence was the answer. "Then go," I said. "Be with him. But don't ever say you didn't mean to hurt me. Because you did." She sobbed then, reaching for me. "Daniel, please." I stepped back. "You already ended this. I'm just accepting it." And with that I walked out. It's been 6 months since that night. The house is quiet now. My things are packed into boxes I still haven't unpacked. I work, I eat, I sleep, but I don't feel much. Sometimes I still hear her voice in my head, the one that once said she loved me and later that I was a nightmare. Funny how love can twist into regret so easily. Last week I saw her by accident at the grocery store. She looked thinner, older somehow. When she noticed me, her eyes filled with tears. "Daniel," she whispered. "I'm so sorry." He nodded. "I know." She looked like she wanted to say more, but I walked away before she could. Because forgiveness isn't something you give to heal them. It's something you earn to heal yourself. And I'm still learning how. Now I drink my morning coffee alone. The cup I used to pour for her sits empty beside mine. Sometimes I still wonder if she ever truly loved me, or just loved who I was before life got hard. But I've stopped trying to find the answer. Because the truth is simple and brutal. She said every day with me was a nightmare. But now she has her freedom. And I have my peace. And maybe, just maybe, that's how the nightmare finally ends.